You have been doing all sorts of research on actions and on barrels and bits and pieces for projects. Um, I
Yeah,
wanted you to share a bunch of the things you found out, the decisions you've made, the actions that you've sort of decided to do some stuff with. Kick us off wherever you like, mate.
hey, righto. I suppose actions. Let's pick that.
Let's do that.
So for me, I'm trying to build good systems, if that makes sense, and that
Yep.
everything as a system needs to work together. Blah 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 blah.
Yep.
The hard and soft rifles obviously is an action. And the way I sort of approached it was I thought about, there's a ton of really good actions out there, and how do you narrow it down to the one which is right for you?
Mm.
Like everyone tells you they have the best action. Like no one tells you they got the world's second best action. So it's up to you to choose which sort of options and features are actually are right for you.
Mm.
So I literally wrote a bunch of requirements down from what I wanted.
Yep.
Whether that's a 60-degree bolt, a 90-degree bolt for different reasons. Does it have a double? Is it double stack? Like, will it take an AW magazine? That for me, like, best mags in the business. I want to stick with that. Does it come, DLC coated, or is it polished, or is it not, or is it raw? Depending on what you want. Like if you're going to go and take it and Cerakoted, like paying for an action which is already coated is obviously not ideal.
Mm-hmm.
If you got to remove it, then go and do something else to it. So picking and choosing what you want to refine down to where you go, and that's the one for me.
Yep.
And I suppose the other key thing I've been looking at is I want to remove as many sources of failure, so as many interfaces as I can. So integrated rail for me makes sense, right? Because you're not bolting something onto it.
Yep.
It's been machined on that, CNC machine, 5-axle rotor, whatever. That thing is straight, and it can't come off. Like it just physically can't come off, and it'd actually be really hard to actually break it or bend it. And similarly with recoil lugs as well. Like for me, I want an integrated recoil lug. And so when you write all those options down, and I effectively assigned points to it, whether something was essential, whether it was desirable, and blah blah blah. And then compared all different actions that across the top or across the right, and then added the points up at the bottom, and then effectively divided points by price to go.
Okay.
That's a way to narrow down on value in a way. But also, if you go if something is essential that it has to have that, I want to get rid of it. Or potentially, it's not quite. There might be something which is slightly better. And I think, like I was saying, like there's so many good actions out there. Like you're spoiled for choice. You really are.
Yeah.
And it's about going which one's right for what I want to do for me. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of how I approached it. So mate, I've landed on a couple for probably 2 different builds. One is the Impact 737R.
Yep.
For short action.
Yep.
And the other one I've landed on is a Defiance Deviant Tactical in a long action with a Magnum bolt face.